I want to do something a little bit different today. I actually found a video from CNBC Make It. It's actually a business here in Arizona, which I have frequented over the last 5-6 years, but I guess someone has purchased this business and make it their own. So I'm gonna watch this today and just react to it and see what's going on.
The reality of owning a small business, it's hard and it's stressful. There's a lot on the line, especially when you have debt involved, when you're trying to expand, when you're putting all of the capital back into your business. It's a challenge to look forward into the future and not get anxiety from the unknown.
Yeah, that's true. That's something I think a lot of people don't actually talk about, that when you own a business, there is a lot of stress that goes with it. You know, you have somewhat freedom because you get to make all the choices in your business and actually grow it in the way that you want to. But to get to that end goal or that end dream that you have, it's not a straightforward journey. You know, it's not like when you're working for someone, everything's kind of set out for you. You can get these promotions and raises and all that type of stuff. But when operating your own business, you know, some years you're not going to make as much as the next years, or some years you're going to have to put into growth of the business, or, you know, refitting out places or fixing broken equipment, replacing stuff. So it's just not a linear line up to success.
I'm Sean Allard. I'm 27 years old. I own Novel Ice Cream in Arizona, and my business brought in $1.2 million in sales in 2023.
That's crazy. Just knowing this place and how small it is, I know that they do have a couple of locations now, but 1.2 in revenue, that's insane for ice cream place. Crazy.
We have 2 locations in Arizona, one in downtown Phoenix and the other in downtown Mesa. I decided to buy Novel Ice Cream back in July of 2023. Before buying Novel Ice Cream, I was in dental consulting for about 3.5 years. Wanted to jump into a creative industry and ultimately serve a good product. This is a Cookie Monster cone with Fruity Pebbles. This goes for $4.50.
Really does melt that quick out here, especially now in summer. That ice cream ain't lasting 2 minutes.
Our dough melt, it's an ice cream stuffed donut. This here is only $4.95.
This is why I actually discovered this place. So this first location that they had is actually behind a bar, and once a month they would have these gigs on and we'd go and we'll perform there. And then those nights when you'd have a couple of hundred people in that bar, there would just be a line out back to go get these ice cream donuts. It's crazy.
The blueberry sorbet. So this is our single cone. This is only $3.95. I planned on going to dental school, and I worked with dentists for most of my postgraduate career. So it's sort of ironic that we took a full 360 and are now working in the environment that may cause people to go to the dentist. This is our headquarters. This is right down the street, like 2 or 3 minutes down the road. And this is where we house all of our ice cream, paper products, supplies. This is where we deliver everything from every morning as well. Right, so we've broken down the warehouse into a few different sections. We've got all of our cups and some of our beverages over here. We've got kind of our utility desk here, all of our beverages for both shops. And then we have a ton of general toppings, cones, syrups, things like that over here. And then if you jump back here, you have all of our ice cream. I bought Novel Ice Cream in August of 2023 for about $1.1 million. I used an SBA loan and put 10% down using family capital. I took home $0 in net income in 2023 and lived primarily off of savings to reinvest back into the business. And looking at 2024, we're projected to do $1.3 million in sales, and I will take home about $40,000 in net income. You just got here. We're gonna move some stuff. Okay, all right. Talk to you later. Yep, bye. What's up? Good, you?
Yeah, good.
I went to my family and presented them the opportunity to buy Novel Ice Cream. They really liked the idea. And so my parents loaned me that $110,000, and over the next 5 years, I hope to pay that $110,000 plus interest back to them. A lot of the things that happen inside and outside of the shop would be extremely, extremely expensive if I didn't have the support around me. I consider myself
I mean, you would have to, right? You lent him all that money, you'd want to see him succeed, and you want to put as much in to the business that he is putting in because you want that to succeed. It's a lot of money.
And help build a family business together. It's just like so much better. All right, so this is called the Green Belt in downtown Mesa. We have a few shops down this corridor. Right here, you see our second location that opened back in 2019. How's the ice cream? Good, what'd you get?
I got a raspberry sorbet.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate you. Have a good day, guys. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day. As of today, we have 20 team members broken up between shops at around 10 each. Our gross margin sits between 35 and 37%.
Sorry, 10 employees at each store. These stores are tiny. I'm assuming he just has everyone on part-time. Maybe 1 or 2 full-time. Oh no, that's a lot. That's crazy. I mean, I know that they get busy, but yeah, it's such a small space, I guess.
Our profit margin sits between 2 and 4% due to all the capital that we're reinvesting into growth. We get ice cream deliveries on a weekly basis. We have a separate ice cream manufacturing facility. So this is our delivery van. This delivers everything out of our headquarters to both of our shops. So we deliver ice cream on a daily basis, donuts, and all of our paper products to both of our shops. This is our bag of ice cream pans. Usually we have 2 bags per shop. So we have each individual pan in here.
Just with that, his location of where his warehouse is that he's bringing the ice cream from is literally 5 minutes away from this location. So I'm just saying, but the other one's a little further away. You wouldn't really want to reinvest into a fridge or freezer truck at this point, I'd imagine. So I mean, if it's just doing the job, just stick with it. But yeah.
So this is a dozen of our uncut donuts. This is our well-known ice cream stuffed donut. These are picked up from a separate manufacturing facility on a daily basis. So these were made about an hour ago.
I want a donut now.
So in Arizona, around this time, it starts getting pretty hot. As you can see, the sun is out. Right now, it's about 90 degrees, and about 2 to 3 weeks from now, we're probably gonna hit around 100, 110 degrees. In the summer months, it's a little unbearable to be outside, so we do slow down a little bit from July to August. Our busiest months are actually October through December, and then starting back up again in March through May.
That's fine. Arizona has to be one of the only places where the world slows down here in summer. You go to other places around the world like, I don't know, Melbourne or London, it's winter. Winter's when everyone starts to stay inside a little bit, and summer everyone's out. But here, yeah, in summer we just tend to stay inside longer with our ACs on and then go out during winter and spring. It's funny.
We are going to be moving some stuff to our third location, which is being built out right now. It's a trailer. So this is our third location. This is a fixed trailer that we're putting up in downtown Peoria, which is the west side of Phoenix. This is 20 feet. Hopefully have everything installed within the next month and a half or so to open up middle of July. The cost of this trailer specifically is around $28,000 to $30,000, all in with equipment and everything. We should hope to close this thing out at about $35,000 to $40,000. Many hours a day of just ordering and placing and pivoting, trying to figure out how all this stuff is going to fit in a 20-foot trailer, all that stuff. It's fun.
That's those lines I'm talking about.
On a day-to-day basis, this game is or business in general is stressful. It is hard, but that is what comes with the territory. And again, no matter what the size of the business is, you are going to face those challenges, people problems, product quality problems, whatever it may be. It's always going to be hard. So wrapping your head around that reality is going to make your day-to-day a lot easier versus trying to expect things to go a certain way.
I'm going to close this out with a couple of thoughts. I do see a lot of the comments under it, people kind of hating on him, saying like, oh, you're only making 2% profit margin and you spend all this money and it's a bad investment. But my opinion is he's only making that 2% right now because he's reinvesting everything. If he made that 40 grand, like you said, but that truck is making 40 grand, let's say that truck potentially in the next year is going to add another, $500,000 revenue if you're adding to, break it down to each store. It's roughly about 600,000, and that truck's going to be the same size, but it's going to allow him to get out to things like First Friday, the farmers markets, all that type of stuff. So I can see that generating just as much as the stores itself if he's, putting it out there. But I think if he is focusing on expansion for the next 4 or 5 years, and he tries to open up a location up in Flagstaff, Tucson, maybe up in Scottsdale, I think he's built a great business, to be honest. And again, this business has been around for 5-6 years. This isn't a brand new business. He's just a brand new owner. And I know a lot of people say a business fails within the first 2 years, but the business itself has proven itself here. It's a viable business. And the fact that they sold for 1.2 in the first place, and if it's doing 1.2 in revenue, it makes sense. I think long term, great investment. Short term, obviously doesn't look great on paper, but I think this guy's got a good game plan, and I'm rooting for him.